Guys are able to hear? Guys, mute yourself. Like that, I think Ramki. Yeah. So SSH authentication. So as of now, guys, as of now, how we are authenticating? So as of now, how we are authenticating with your Oracle OVM virtual machine. Guys, how you are authenticating your virtual machine as of now? By using, guys, speak out. By using username and password, right? So password, something like you installed a CentOS 7, right? So once you start the CentOS 7, so it will ask the login name. So login name, what you are providing? You are providing login name as a root, and password is you are providing something, right? Password is something like, right? So you logged in as a root user, and the password is something. But in cloud, when you launch the in cloud, when you launch the EC2 instance, So which one, guys? For example, Amazon Linux 2 or Amazon Linux 2023. Amazon Linux 2023. So in cloud, when you launch a EC2 instance, which one? Either Amazon or OS, the user you logged in, as, what is that user? EC2 hyphen user. What is that? EC2 hyphen user by default. So it's EC2 hyphen user, and password. Password is something like a key based authentication. So right, key pairs. Key pairs is nothing but pub key and pub and private key. What is that? Pub and private key. You can access the instance by using key pair. Either pub or private key pair. Either pub or private key pair, guys. Guys, understood? So here also, so what you can do, the in our regular CentOS 7, create a key pair SSH key pair, and login the server or VM via key pair, guys. Key pair. This is the task, guys. So what is the task for you, guys? This is the task for you. So what is the task today? Create a SSH key pair and login the server via key pair, and disable the password authentication. Enable the public key authentication. Enable the public key authentication. Guys, understood? So this is the task for you, guys. So how we can launch? So what are the sections we need to select, guys? So first we need to, yeah, I will show you. Right, this is the console, AWS console. So what AWS console contains? All the services. What AWS console contains? All the services. So what are the services they are providing? They are providing the foundational services and so all the services. So initially they started as a compute service, containers, so storage, database, monitoring and migration and transfer, networking and content delivery, developer tools, customer enablement, robotics, blockchain, satellite, quantum technologies, so management, governance and media services. So machine learning, analytics, security, identity and compliance, the cloud financial management, front-end web and mobile application integration, business applications, end-user computing, Internet of Things, game development. So the AWS cloud provides these all the services. So what are the services? They are providing all these services. So if you want security identical compliance, you can use it security identical compliance. If you want a quantum technology, or if you want a management and governance, or if you want a game development of if you want Internet of Things, end user computing, business application integration, front end, cloud, machine learning, developer, media, robotics, blockchain. So media, network and content delivery, migration and transfer, databases. So whatever the services you want, you can. So whatever the services you want, you can you can launch, guys. Guys, this is a console of the AWS. So what is the URL? So AWS underscore AWS dot management dot console. So this is the URL. So in this URL, just sign in. So if you are not sign in, you guys can create an account, sign up your account. Okay. So once you sign up your account, right? Okay, once again, I will show you. Yeah. So what is the URL for the AWS console? AWS dot amazon.com slash console. AWS dot amazon.com slash console. Okay. So sign into the console. If you already created account, right? So just so sign in using as a root user email. Root user is root user. So what is a root user? Root user in the Linux is a root user is the super user. Root user can do anything, right? So if you sign in as a root user, so all the accesses they are providing a application as a root access. Root access. You logged in as a root user. You logged in as a which user, guys? Root user. Root user means you have all the permissions to do anything on the AWS cloud. Anything on the AWS cloud. Guys, understood? RG6H7. Think good. What is that? 2 NSMHB. Verification code sent to continue for the identity using the code below. Verification code is sent to Ravi.
సార్
Yeah.
నేను అథెంటికేషన్ క్రియేట్ చేసుకోలేదు. ఇప్పుడే
No worries,
అడుగుతున్నాను.
no worries, no worries. You will get a code in the Gmail only.
జీమెయిల్. ఓకే,
Hmm.
1 minute. I want to log in Gmail. This is a new Gmail.
The same username password.
Wait.
Okay, guys. So MFA is nothing but a multi-factor authentication. What is MFA, guys? So something like nowadays. So every authentication, something like every login, or something like a Facebook, or something like a WhatsApp, the logins are provided by multi. So multi authentication. So multi authentication is nothing but a MFA. MFA is nothing but a multi-factor authentication. So the website or anything the website will open, you need to provide two passwords. Two passwords. So one is character. So one is characters and other one is code, something like a OTP or something like a code, right? You got it, huh?
No, sir. This
The
is the
username password should be same, huh? Whatever you provided me.
same. But
Yeah.
this is a new Gmail ID. I create
Ah, you created a new Gmail account, huh?
a new Gmail.
No worries. You got the mail or not? Incognito window. 1 second, guys. Gmail.com. This is the mail. Password is copy. Yep. Got it. Yep. So this is the verification code sent you. Right. Now you understood how we can log into the AWS console. aws.amazon.com/console. So this is a console. This is a console for the AWS cloud. AWS cloud. What are the services? Which service we are talking about? We are talking about the EC2. What is the service, guys? EC2 service. So in which to service, so what is the purpose of the service? To create the VMs. To create the VMs or servers or instances. Okay. So now, so we are launching the EC2 instance. So launching the EC2 instance in the region, guys. So these are the regions. Regions I already told you, right? North Virginia, Ohio, California, Oregon, Asia Pacific. So when you sign up AWS account, the default region is North Virginia. So the default region is North Virginia. The services you want to go click the all the services, or you can search it here, EC2 instance. What is the service, guys? The service is EC2 Elastic Compute Cloud. So the Elastic Compute Cloud is nothing but a, so if you want a server, so you can use the EC2 services. You see here, so running instances is 0. Instances are 0. So how you can launch the instances? Just to click the launch the instances. So you provide the name of the instances. AWS DevOps. AWS DevOps EC2. So I'm launching AWS DevOps EC2. Okay. Name. So launch an instance. So Amazon EC2 allows you to create a virtual machines or instances that run on the AWS cloud. Quickly get started by following of the simple steps below. So what you are providing the name of the instance. Next, applications and so application and OS images. So you need to provide the template. I already told you, right, guys? A template. So what are the templates? So what are the templates? Guys, one second. Hello, guys. So you need to choose a AMI. AMI is nothing but a Amazon Mission Image. I already told you, right, guys? AMI. An AMI is a template that contains the software configuration, operating system, application server, or application required a launch to your instance. You can select the an AMI provided by AWS, our user community, or AWS marketplace, or you can select one of your AMIs. Guys, so these are the AMIs, guys. So AMI is nothing but a Amazon Mission Image. It's a template, already predefined OS is installed. Okay. So the Amazon. So I already told you, right, guys? So the selected. So the free tier eligible. What are the free tier eligible only? You guys can select only. So this is the free tier eligible, free tier eligible. So this is the free tier eligible Red Hat Linux Enterprise. Okay. So if you want, you can use this free tier eligible, free tier eligible, free tier eligible, free tier eligible. So something like a Windows free tier eligible. If you want to select a Windows server, you guys can select the Windows. Okay. So I'm selecting the Windows server. Let's see, guys. Oh, yeah. So what are the free sources? So this is the AMI and the instance type is T2 micro. What are the free eligible? Compare instance type. I already told you, right, guys? Instance type is nothing but the CPUs and the memory. So it is a CPU's memory. For example, T2, T3 micro. So what are the free tier eligibles? T2 micro. So what are the free tier eligible? Something like a T2 micro. Select the instance type. Okay. So Tree2 Micro is a free tier eligible. The boot mode of the selected AMI is not supported by this instance type. So you can use T3 Micro. T3 Micro is not a free tier eligible. It's a T3 Micro. Let's see. It's a free tier. It's not a free tier. Current generation to T3 Micro free tier. It's not a free tier eligible. So T2 micro, we can select T2 micro. T2 micro. So you see guys, you guys can select only, so whatever the free tier eligible, right? You guys can select only free tier eligible. Why my OS is, okay, I will select the AMI, right? I will select the AMI, browse AMIs. So I'm selecting only the Amazon Linux, whatever the free tier eligible, right? I'm selecting this Amazon Linux 2, and I'm selecting the OS T2 micro. T2 micro is a, so you see T2 micro is a free tier eligible. So T2 micro, I'm taking whatever the free tier eligible, right? I'm taking the select the key pair, guys. So key pair, I already told you, right, guys? The public and private key pairs. So if you want to authenticate with the AWS that server, we need a key pair. Create a new key pair. For example, AWS, AWS DevOps. For example, batch 51, right? I'm taking the 51. So RSA. So we will get the, what key pair we need to do. So we need a PPK key pair. So for used with the putty. So I want to connect with the server through putty, right? So what you need? One, you need a PPK file. Okay. So create a, download the key pair. So it's downloaded the PPK file. So this is the PPK file I downloaded. So which file I downloaded? The PPK file to connect the server. Next, networking. So everything will be predefined. I already told you that networking. What are the networking you need to select? You need to select the predefined ones. So you need to select the predefined ones, and the volume is an EBS format. EBS is nothing but a general purpose SSD magnetic. So I took the 8 GB is enough for launching the EC2 instances. Okay, so if you want to launch a number of instances, you guys get just add 3, 4, 10, whatever it may be, guys. The EBS volume, guys, you see, guys, free tier eligible customers can get up to 30 GB of EBS general purpose or magnetic store. So what is that? 830 GB, guys. So how many instances we can launch? We can launch at least 3 instances on the free tier, and there is no charge, right? So you guys up to launch 3 instances at a time. Just launch instances. So launch instances. You provided the username and the AMI and the instance type, key pair, and the security VPC. As default VPC, it will take default VPC, and selected the EBS volume, then launch the instances. You see, guys, successfully initiated the launch of EC2 instance. If you click the EC2 instance, right? So this is the EC2 compute cloud EC2 instance dashboard. What this is? This is the EC2 instances dashboard, right? You see, so AWS with DevOps. So every instance it will create a instance ID, unique ID, and the running state, and the instant type. We take the T2 micro status check initialization, alarms, view alarms, and availability zone, public DNS, and public DNS, private DNS, and so monitoring is disabled, and security group name, this is the security group name, this security group so we took the default security groups, and the key name is AWS DevOps 51. Launch timings and platform, which platform we installed? Linux. So Linux platform managed operator. Okay, the details. And if you see in the, if you click in the details, you will see instance ID, public IP DNS, instance ID. 1 second, guys. So if you click that, right, the instance, it will show the details, instance ID, public IP address, private IP address, elastic IP, VPC. So the AMI, so everything will be displayed in here, in the details. Okay, so what is the instance ID? This is the instance ID. How you can recognize your instance? You can recognize your instance by using instance ID. So monitoring, so this is the monitoring, status and alarm, security. So what are the security groups? I will tell you guys, no worries. The networking, storage, what is the storage we took? We took the 8 GB of a storage, that is so if you click here, yeah, so this is the storage, 8 GB of storage, you took that one. So this is the storage. Okay, so this is a instance details. These all are the storage tags. So this is the information about the is instance. Information about the instance. So in the dashboard, EC2 dashboard, you see guys instances. If you click the instances, so how many instances are there running? It will show it in the here. Instance types. So instant typo, launch template, spot requests, saving plans, or reserved instances, or dedicated host, capacity reservations. So here we need to check only the instances. Then AMIs, you already know, right? AMI, Amazon Mission MIs, elastic block storage, the storage, elastic block storage, volumes, so snapshots. So snapshot is nothing but a take a backup of the your server. If something goes wrong, we can revert it from the, we can restore from the snapshot. So we can restore from the snapshots. So this is the lifecycle manager. So how many days we need to provide the snapshot or something like, okay. Then security, the network and security groups. So what are the security in-ground, outbound rules? So and the placement groups, key pairs, networking interfaces, load balancers, target groups, and auto scaling groups. So we'll discuss this one guys later. Okay, now you understood. So we can launch the instances. Yeah, how you can connect the instances? How you can connect the instances? You can connect the instances by using connect and instance state and actions. If you want to stop this instance, or if you want to start the instances, if you want to terminate the instances. So how you can do it in the virtual machine? How you can do it in the Oracle virtual machine? Just you need to connect to the server, just to start. You need to, if you want to stop, just connect to the server and you need 0 and start. Terminate, so something like delete, right click, remove. So how you can start, stop, and to terminate the instances. Here you see the guys instance state. If you want to stop the instances, you can stop the instances. If you want to reboot the instances, you want to reboot the instances. Once you stop the instance, right, it enable the start instances. You can click the start instances. So the terminate is nothing but a delete, guys. So you have only 750 hours for the EC2 instance. What you can do, once you are done your work, you guys can just terminate your instances. So terminate your instances, otherwise it will be chargeable, guys. After 750 hours it will be chargeable. So that means make sure whenever your work done, you guys can terminate your instance. At least you stop the instances also. At least stop, guys. Okay, so this is nothing but a stop start. So how you can connect this server? You can connect this server by using, this is the actions. So if you want to manage, same like security groups, here you see the view details, contact, manage instances, and instance settings, network, security, image templates, monitoring and troubleshooting. You can see it, guys. You can see it, guys. Understood? This is the instance state actions. So this is the connect. How you can connect the AWS EC2 instance? So you can use the connect instance. You can connect by using EC2 instant connect, or you can use using SSH session manager, or you can use the SSH client, or you can use the serial EC2 serial console. So in the real time, most of the people are using session manager to connect the server. So something like in our, if you want to connect the server in the cloud, in the web, you can use the EC2 instance connector. You can connect the EC2 instance connector. In most cases, the default username is EC2 is the correct. However, read your AMI usage instruction to check if the AMI owner has changed the default AMI username. So what is the default username, guys? The default username is EC2 user. Enter the username defined in the AMI user launch in the instance. You did not define the custom username. use the default username and EC2 instances. Okay. So check. So this is the web connect. So you can connect the server via web. You can connect the server via web by using this EC2 connect. EC2 connect. Okay. So this is the server launched. So what is the username? Username is EC2 user. If you want to move, if you want to switch to root, you just click the sudo su. Now you are the root. So right. So which OS is installed? cat/etc OS-release. So which OS? So this is the OS Amazon Linux. So Amazon Linux 2. So the same. This is the ID should be like as a CentOS, Red Hat, Fedora. The same commands will work on the Amazon Linux 2. Whatever the commands you executed in the CentOS, right? The same commands will execute in the this CentOS. Okay, you guys can practice commands here also. This is the one way to connect the server. So the other way is to connect the server by using SSH client. Is a SSH client is nothing but a so you have a the private key already downloaded, right? Use the putty and putty in the putty. So what you can do, connect your EC2 instance using the public DNS. So this is the a public DNS. Copy this public DNS and paste it here. And so you want to add the private key, right? Where you can add it in the SSH. Click the SSH and auth. Click the auth in the auth credentials. Browse the private key. What is that? Browse the private key. So your downloaded private key is this is AWS DevOps batch 51. Select this one and open. Select this one and open. Accept. So we accept the connection. So what is the default user, guys? What is the default user? If you launch as a Linux, Amazon Linux, the default user is EC2. The default user is EC2. If you want to launch in other AMI, so there might be a different. If you want to launch a Ubuntu OS, the default user is Ubuntu. What is the user? Ubuntu. Here, the default user is EC2-user. Now see, you connected the server. You connected the server. This is the EC2 instance cat/etc OS-release. So this is the Amazon Linux version. You can connect the server via web console. This is the web console. So or else putty. Guys, understood how you can create an instance and how you can launch the instance and how you can connect the instances. Understood? Guys, understood? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes, right? Yeah. Guys, we'll continue from tomorrow. Okay, I have a class 7:30. So yeah, we'll discuss more on EC2 tomorrow. Okay, you guys can practice, you guys can launch your EC2 instance. You already created the AWS account, right? You guys can launch EC2 instance and practice whatever the commands we practiced in the Oracle virtual machine CentOS 7, whatever the commands we practice, right? The same command you guys practice in this class, in this Linux mission, EC2 instance Linux mission. Now you understood there is no much difference, guys. So just so in here everything will be manual, but here so in the AWS, so you just select the options and launch. Within a minute, the instance will be created. The OS will be installed and instance will be created. Okay. So we'll continue from tomorrow, guys.